Hey guys, History Channel guy here. So as many of you know, my oversimplified analysis videos are by far my most popular videos, and a common question I've received from them is, what is my favorite oversimplified video? And honestly, I don't know. To me, picking my favorite oversimplified video is like me picking my favorite child. If I had children. So I can't give you a clear answer for what my favorite oversimplified video is, but on the contrary, there is one oversimplified video that definitely takes the cake as the worst oversimplified video in my opinion. In today's video, I go over what I believe is the worst oversimplified video and a few other videos that the oversimplified community as a whole says could possibly be his worst video. However, before we start, if you like my oversimplified analysis videos or you want to see some more obscure history, remember to like and subscribe. Okay, so to jump out of the gate, in my opinion, the worst oversimplified video is, drumroll please, Oversimplified's Three Kingdoms video. However, before I dive into my analysis of it, just realize being the worst oversimplified video is not a bad thing. Literally, all of Oversimplified's work is brilliant, and if you like this video, I'm glad that you do, but just know that the Three Kingdoms is just not my cup of tea. Okay, so to me, the Three Kingdoms video has a lot of issues, but the two main issues is how convoluted the topic is and Oversimplified's point of making it. So let's start with Oversimplified's point. Let's just call a spade and say Oversimplified made this video to sell a video game. And that is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm sure if I had the opportunity to get money from a sponsorship, I would take it. But at the same time, it made the video feel like one big ad. If you don't think I'm kidding too, the name of the video game that he was trying to sell was called Three Kingdoms, and you literally act as a Chinese warlord trying to reunify China. This isn't his NordVPN sponsorships where he cleverly implements it into the video. This is a full-on video selling a video game. And yes, I know that he had a Vikings War sponsorship, but that is not the reason why he posted the whole video. Okay, so maybe the Three Kingdoms video is just one big ad. But how is the historical content itself? Is it at least interesting? Well, no, not really. The Three Kingdoms explains about 100 years of Chinese history, all in the span of 15 minutes. This means that Oversimplified had to constantly jump from ruler to ruler, warlord to warlord, because, as many of you know, if you lived in the year 200, your life expectancy is rarely over 40 years. What makes matters worse is myself, like the majority of his viewers, know very little about ancient Chinese history, especially from these various random warlord regions. So instead of explaining the intricate politics of the individual main players during the Three Kingdoms, what Oversimplified basically did was he was just like, this happened, and then this happened with this random Chinese warlord who did this with another random Chinese warlord. And it gets so confusing so fast, it makes your head want to explode. What is funny is I think Oversimplified knew that this was really confusing because he said, and I quote, "There was so much intricacy, so much betrayal, that it makes Game of Thrones look like a Dr. Seuss publication." Maybe this is coming from a Western bias, but doing a video on a topic this complex, of a topic which includes many Chinese names, seems impossible to me. Like, the only thing I could see being more confusing is if Oversimplified did a video using ancient Polynesian or ancient Arabic names. Either way, having these warlords that next to no one knows about and explain it in less than 15 minutes is a very audacious task. And I really think Oversimplified basically bit off a little more than he could chew. But simultaneously, I have to admit I'm not really interested in ancient Chinese history, so maybe this video is just plainly not meant for me. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my least favorite Oversimplified video. But I do want to discuss if the Oversimplified community at large agrees with me. So, in my opinion, the easiest way of gauging what the worst Oversimplified video is to simply look at the viewership numbers, just to see which video has the lowest amount of views. So after exploring Oversimplified's channel, it seems that the football war has the lowest amount of views with over 16 million. And the second lowest is the pig war video, which has almost 17.75 million views. At first glance, this kind of makes sense. Certainly the football war compared to some of Oversimplified's other masterpieces stands out as a lower quality video, especially because it's only like 5 minutes long, and the football war is such an obscure historical topic. However, the pig war is interesting because visually, that is probably Oversimplified's highest quality video. But at the same time, I found myself being a little bit disappointed that Oversimplified chose that for the topic of his video. Like, come on, the pig war video is 38 minutes long, which is more than Oversimplified spent on World War I, World War II, the Revolutionary War, and the Cold War. I don't know, it just seems a little odd to me that you can spend 38 minutes talking about a pig in some obscure islands with Spuddy, but not that much time on some of the biggest historical events in world history. In my opinion, Oversimplified's finest work was the Civil War and Napoleon videos, and that is because Oversimplified examined vast historical material, not obscure skirmishes that previously he would have done a 5-minute video on. Like, yes, I get it that some of these videos were Oversimplified's earlier work, and his videos weren't as long, but maybe he should explore the idea of remaking some of his older videos, such as World War I and World War II, so that we can get more in-depth with his analysis about the wars. Perhaps a 5-part miniseries on World War II, almost like a Ken Burns documentary, but with Oversimplified, could be a thing that we consider. Pie in the sky thought, but I think that would be fun. Okay, so does this mean that the football war video is officially the worst Oversimplified video? Well, no. Just because a video has a lot less views does not mean it's the worst. Heck, I have a lot of videos on my channel that I think are high quality, but have low viewing numbers. Remember to like and subscribe. But to find out, I decided to go on the Oversimplified's Reddit page to see what the community thinks is the worst video. However, upon further research, there has never been a poll done in the Oversimplified Reddit page asking what the worst video is, which I find really, really strange, because if any of you have been on the Oversimplified Reddit page, it is literally 90% polls, and it's basically the same poll going over and over and over again. Like, come on guys, let's try to spice it up on the page. It's getting really boring. Anyway, I did find one post asking what the worst Oversimplified video was, but it seems like the community consensus was there isn't a worse video. However, as I dug through the comments a bit more, it seemed that the community thought that the Falkland Wars video was the worst, which I kind of disagree with, but at the same time, I wouldn't put the Falkland Wars in my upper tier of Oversimplified videos. And it's also one of his mini wars videos, which it seems like those are considered his worst videos. But there you have it, folks. I've provided 4 possible worst Oversimplified videos. Now, I'm sure you disagree with me, but just remember, it's my silly little opinion, and I'm sure you have your own. As always, remember to like and subscribe for more Oversimplified analysis content, and let me know what your least favorite Oversimplified video is. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.